So I just got challenged. I received an email from an unknown person basically saying, I am willing to pay you $500 for a game you build during a challenge. So let's say if I decided to make a challenge video about building a game in 5 days, and I build a game, and I make a video and he likes it, he can buy it for $500. And since I'm all in for challenges, of course, and for $500, I accepted. The challenge in this video is to build a game in 10 days. So it is now time to start developing. For the first day, I started coming up with game ideas, and I just couldn't stick with one. I had what you call writer's block, even though I am not a writer, I'm just blocked. On the second day, it took me literally 2 days to actually come up with the game idea and the name. Speaking of which, the name of the game is Bounce because it is about a bouncing ball. So basically how it works is when you press the screen, gravity will go higher and the ball will go faster towards the ground. So that way you can get the ball to bounce higher. So the first thing I did was add the walls and the floors so that the ball have something to bounce on, of course. But then I realized I actually don't need the walls because the ball will only move vertically, so yeah. Now gravity has effect on the ball, so the ball goes down. I also wanted to add a basketball because why not? So I went into DALL-E 2 and generated a basketball, and then I added it into Unity. I then added a physical material to it so that it can bounce. So then I started working on the meme mechanic, which is that when you touch the screen, gravity will go higher and the ball will go faster towards the ground, which is what I mentioned earlier. So I built the game to an Android phone so I can try it out, and this is where I'm at. So yeah, since this is a hyper casual game, I had to include a score system. So how it will work is you're gonna have to bounce as high as possible in order to get to the next floor before a timer runs out. And every time you get to the next floor, it's going to restart. And the score will be the amount of floors you managed to get before the timer runs out. Then I started fixing some bugs and started working on the artwork, and I also decided to add a particle system, but then I changed my mind because it didn't turn out how I thought it would. So yeah. Then I started working on the main menu, which I changed like 3 times until I found a nice looking illustration, and I brought it into Illustrator and made some modifications to it, and then I brought it into Unity and also added the high scores in the main menu. So yeah, for the next couple of days I was fixing some bugs, adding some new things and etc. And since I don't want to bore you with any more details, I'm gonna show you the final result. That's it. So it's quite a simple game. I definitely underestimated 10 days to make a game, especially when you don't have an idea in mind. That was definitely the most challenging part of this entire process. After I finished the challenge, I let the person know that I actually finished the challenge. However, he didn't reply. And honestly, I might be to blame considering I let him know I finished the challenge like 2 weeks after I actually finished the challenge. I knew this could happen, but I accepted it anyways because I really enjoy doing this type of challenge videos. And honestly, if he was never going to pay me, he could have just challenged me and I would have accepted. I have to admit, I was suspicious from the beginning considering $500 is a lot for a game made in 10 days. And to finally finish up this video, I would like to thank all my subscribers. Honestly, every time I see a notification from YouTube, it really gets me over the moon. Even if you're not subscribed, thank you so much for watching, and I see you guys in the next video.